Hi everyone! Now, if you're a regular viewer of this channel, you may know that I live in Cornwall, and Cornwall is not a place that usually gets snow. We had snow last year, sort of the end of February, beginning of March time, and it was bad, and certain things got snowed off, and some schools were closed, and the nursery I work in was closed, but you know, that was the first time we'd had bad snow in Cornwall in probably nearly a decade. That's how infrequent it is. So you can imagine my surprise yesterday after an entire morning of rainfall when I was sitting at work doing some threading with the young children I teach, and one of my colleagues just went, "It's snowing!" I genuinely thought she was joking because it had been raining all morning. No, it wasn't snowing. But then I looked out the window and saw a blizzard. We got the children in their coats and hats and went down into the garden and let them walk around in it. And just to emphasize how much snow there was, we only spent maybe 5 or 10 minutes, but we got footprints all over the garden. We came inside and about half an hour later, you couldn't see any footprints at all. So much more snow had fallen that suddenly it became a case of, we need to get the children home so that we can get home, otherwise we're going to spend the night at work. By the time most of the children were gone, we looked out of the nursery and the sight was beautiful, but definitely not the kind of thing you want to drive in. Everything was snowy, everything was covered. Yes, I know there will be people who watch these videos in places like Canada who will go, "You think that's bad snow?" You're prepared for these things, we weren't. Anyway, I took some photos and then started to panic about how on earth I was going to get home because I work in a place that's only accessible through some very windy and slightly hilly roads, and I didn't fancy my chances. In fact, one of my work colleagues set off to do the 15-minute drive home, and it took her nearly 2 hours and she ended up in a hedge. Eventually, my boss's husband very kindly borrowed a truck from where he works and drove us all back to safety. So my car is just abandoned at work in the car park. I have to go and rescue it later. Anyway, I had a whole video scripted and ready to be filmed today on my day off work. And as it happens, I figured we don't get snow down here very often. I should take the camera out, go for a walk and just show the world what the town I live in looks like when we've had a lot of snow overnight. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I hope you enjoy it. go. I'm very much in two minds because half of me really wants all the snow to melt so that I can travel back to work with my mum and pick my car up. The other half of me is like, but snow pretty, but snow fun, me want snow. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I will be able to pick my car up today because I want to go places this weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. That will just warm me up nicely. You can click on my floaty head if you want to subscribe, and last week's video is over there. The video I was going to film today, I promise I will film next week, and I'll see you then. Bye!